You see, an empty path is like an open door, and it can take you anywhere in life where you choose. And it's like this train that rattles along the rails to take me to Madrid. It's the immense dark cement that surrounds me with this crude graffiti. It's just the portal to the next stage of my life. It's the endless tracks that go by me, and it's just the measurement of the journey that I have taken. I was wondering about the crowds that stood gaping up at the wall, and it got me wondering of what sort of ruler resides behind this beautiful country. It's my first day in Madrid, and I have already arrived at the Royal Palace. Well guys, once again I am on the road, and this time by car, and I'm heading towards a town called Torre Ella. I'm with my good friend Jaime, who I met in Stockholm in 2017. He was gracious enough to host me at his family's vacation home. I met a lot of Jaime's friends for my first time, and we enjoyed these 2 days together to relax and have some amazing barbecue. And even though I couldn't understand the language that they were speaking, I enjoyed the camaraderie of being together. You don't have to understand the language to understand good community. As we ended our weekend at Torre Ella at my friend Jaime's vacation home, I traveled back to Madrid to visit my other friend Inigo, who also hosted me at his home. I met both Jaime, Inigo, and Carlos in Stockholm of 2017. They have officially become my best friends here in Spain. I am now leaving Madrid, and I'm on a train that lasts 4 hours to a town called Valencia in Spain. As I'm arriving in Valencia, I cannot believe or distinguish how beautiful it is between the new town and the old town. I kid you guys not. The new town looks like a place from the future. The downside of being in Valencia was over a glass of wine, I had some fun flying my drone and accidentally crashed it into a palm tree. Smart me tried to climb up the tree to grab the drone. 2 days later, the firefighters and police arrive as they confiscate my drone. It was a sad day.
Sueño parecido no volverá más. Y me pintaba las manos y la cara de azul.
While saying my farewells from Valencia, Spain, where I had some good experiences and not so good experiences. My drone was confiscated by the police. I was nearly sick to death in the hospital. But on the plus side, I got to hang out with my really good friend Tom Manick, who I'd met in a previous location in Barcelona. It's my third time in Barcelona, and I finally have the opportunity to travel to a place called Montserrat. It's a 2-hour bus ride from Barcelona, all the way up to a mountain where you can see a beautiful monastery. I got to spend a relaxing afternoon with some amazing friends at the top of a cliff, including with my cousin Zaid, Anton, and all of our other friends. We all met at a place called Hostel 1 Rambles. It was an amazing community that we created to socialize. We became like family and traveled all of Barcelona together. The music was merry and cheerful, and we sang the day and early evening away while meeting some of the most amazing people of my life. The view from the top of the cliff was absolutely stunning, and I took some nice pictures along with flying my drone. As dusk gathered, we all walked down together.
Hi.
You're so out of line. You make me bad and I don't know why. But that's what I like about ya. Yeah, that's what I like about ya.
Now arriving in Austria, I am visiting a lake by Salzburg together with some amazing friends that I met at the local hostel. It took us about 40 minutes by bus to get there, and it was well worth it. We enjoyed the beautiful nature on the beach and in the surrounding hiking trails. The next town I traveled to in Austria was a place called Halsted.
Please do me a favor, erase the things I said.
There I met Sun Hong Kim and Jae Shul Yu, both from South Korea.
I got everything to lose. I'm better with
This small harbor town presented itself with a gorgeous view of that water. The journey to this little town was so adventurous, involving buses and trains. And the mountains are like anything that I've ever seen before, with the town sprawled beneath their towering feet looked so picturesque.
I'm better with you.
Even though I am showing you videos, there is no technology in our world that can describe the beauty of this place. Before long, I had to move on to new places and experiences. I kicked off my adventures here with a song with my new friends in Krakow, Poland. We decided that we will create a music video with the other guests at this new hostel. It was a time well spent. As much of an amazing time I had in Krakow, I am now traveling to Warsaw, Poland to visit my best friend Michael, who I met in Barcelona of 2016. My favorite part was traveling to a park on a Sunday evening where a pianist was playing beautiful music for hundreds of Polish people, lounging around and having some amazing Polish beer.
She saw my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man. Went on and knew all that.
Europe is dotted with castles and fortresses that I've always been so eager to visit in Krakow. And each gives a representation of the past, a time capsule in a sense that we can visit and imagine what life was like. And there are so many interesting places to visit in Krakow, and I would consider this one of my favorite cities in Eastern Europe. I got to meet some amazing friends on a walking tour, one of them being Andre and his cousin, and afterwards we got to tour around Krakow, seeing all of the amazing sights.
After looking at all of the castles, I decided to once again turn to nature. You see, we often overlook this simple aspect of life.
It had been raining for most of the day, but when we arrived, it was raining everywhere else except over the lake. And as I was climbing up to go cliff diving, I got stuck for 30 minutes fearing for my life. As soon as I arrived at the top of the cliff, I had no more fear. I jumped a 20-meter cliff, and it was the best feeling of my life.
Now traveling to more of Eastern Europe, we are now arriving in Budapest, Hungary. And as this is still Eastern Europe, I visited even more castles that still somehow managed to amaze me. Sitting on those railings gave me the ultimate bewilderment as I got to see the city from a height. And I wondered what the landscape looked like several hundred years ago when this castle was built. The cliffs of Moher in Ireland were amazing in the sense that you can see miles down this beautiful natural phenomenon. We hiked along this cliffs that stretched out as far as the eye can see. My final destination was Sofia, Bulgaria. My trip here was short, but really fun. As I got to the hostel, I got to meet so many amazing people. We traveled around, we went exploring the nightlife, we hiked up to the very top of a mountain. And overall, it's been a journey for me as an individual. The places I visited, the people I met, is all serving to make me a better version of myself. And I'm so glad that you all could be a part of my journey. Watch out for the next video on Romania.
Breaking news. A man who lost his drone in a palm tree has been for hours now trying to figure out a solution to get his drone out of the tree.
Honey, why you don't like? Honey, you want a long nail?
Jaime,
Which one?
cool glasses.
Antushka, have you seen my sandals?
Back over here is where the drone crashed. We just like put the blood out of our thumb and we like touch the thumb and then like we're like blood.
Right now I'm in a Thai massage place. What's your name?
Puk.
Sawadika.
Sawadika.
They have retrieved the drone. I don't know if I should be excited or not because I may be in big trouble here. So wish me luck and say a prayer for me that the fine is not too heavy.